What's up, CSU Rams fans? Rich Kurtzman here at sunny Lubick Field at the on-campus stadium. A quiet and saddened sunny Lubick Field at the on-campus stadium as your CSU Rams fell to Boise State 59-52 in overtime early Sunday morning. What happened? Well, Colorado State, everything went well for the Rams in the first half of the game, and then everything went terribly for them after that in the second half, and especially at the very end of the game when Boise State was able to recover an onside kick. Basically, this is what happened. CSU started out on fire. They scored a touchdown. They held Boise to a field goal. The Rams then went up 28-3. They led 28-3 over Boise. It's just kind of inconceivable to think about that now at this point. Boise ended up putting up 641 yards on the day on CSU's defense, which didn't really show up tonight or this morning. Boise, they started to come back. It was 28-10. Then it was 35-10 as CSU was able to put another touchdown on the board. But at halftime, it was 35-17, Colorado State. Quickly, Boise State came out. They scored a touchdown on a 70-yard run. Then they scored another touchdown. And just like that, it was Nick Stevens who threw an interception. And it was 35-24. CSU still led. Just like that, their 18-point lead at halftime was cut to 4 right after the break. Just 3 minutes into the second half of the game, Boise was able to cut that lead down really quickly. CSU fought back. They pushed their lead back up to 42-31. Then it was 42-38. It was back and forth scoring. Score after score. There was no defense for either team, really. CSU, they ended up getting down very deep, down to the 1 at one point. They ended up settling for a field goal and kicking that to go up 45-38. That was a terrible decision, a poor decision in my opinion, because Boise State was able to come back down and tie at that point 45-45. CSU then pushed back ahead. Sorry, excuse me, it wasn't 45-45. It was 52-38 as CSU led by 14 before Boise State was able to come down, score a touchdown quickly in about a minute and a half. Then they kicked the onside kick with 1:41 left. They not only executed the onside kick perfectly, they got it and scored. And then CSU actually had the ball with 50 seconds still to go in the fourth quarter. They weren't able to move the ball. They had to punt it back. They actually called a timeout. Boise ran the clock out. They went into overtime. Boise scored. CSU could not, as they fumbled. Rashad Body fumbled it on the 3-yard line. So at the end of the game, CSU lost 59-52. They still have never beaten Boise State. This was going to be the first time that CSU had ever beaten Boise. They still can't do it. They have lost 4 times in their history at in Fort Collins, and I believe they're either 0-7 or 0-8 now against Boise State going back to 2011. CSU on the season now has lost 3 straight games. They have fallen to 6-5 now. Is that right? 6-5. Yeah, that's almost inconceivable in itself. Boise has, on the other hand, run off 6 straight wins. This loss was huge for CSU, not just because it was their 3rd straight loss of the season and they fell to 6-5, but because now they're out of Mountain West Conference championship contention. Okay, that's it for me. It's 1 a.m. It's past 1. It's cold here. CSU lost, and not much more to say. On to the next game, the last game of the year, San Jose State, before a bowl game. Who knows what bowl game they're going to go into, probably Idaho or Hawaii. That's it for me, Rich Kurtzman here. Thank you to Crazy Carls for your sponsorship. Find this on milehighsports.com. Don't forget to download the app and check out the CSU Rams cast. I'm Rich Kurtzman.